Okay, in the garment module, because you're a manufacturer, there's several things that have to be done. Many times your garments are customized, or they have specific designs that aren't already, that have never been run before. So what we did in your case is we created item numbers, and your item numbers have segments. They have 5 segments. The first segment is your style number. The second segment is the manufacturer of the raw material blank garment. The third section is the design that you're going to put on it, the AU number or whatever. The fourth segment is the color that you're going to use for the shirt, and the fifth one is the size that you're going to sell it in. So in order for that to happen, our system allows you to open up multiple windows. I've created some icons on your desktop for the item entry, item number segment entry, which is where if you got a new color, you would create a new color, or a new design, you would set it up in the item segment entry. We also have the item number creation, where you actually take all 5 segments, put them together, and create a finished item. And then we have the order entry screen. Do you have any questions so far? Okay, so what we're going to do is we have some orders here. This is a Tiger Rags order, and so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our order entry, invoice entry screen, which is right down here in the lower left-hand corner, or lower right-hand corner. And because we're taking data from the old system, we're following suit with the same job numbers. Now, going forward, when it's new, you're going to hit this plus sign, and it's going to assign it its own sales order number. The sales order number in our system is completely unique. That means that it's never repeated. So if, for instance, you do a back order, once that order is invoiced and the back order is created, a new sales order number will be generated
For the back order.
for that back order. Back orders, the order number is never, ever, ever repeated. And there's no -1s and -2s like you're used to seeing in your old system. So this particular one is TR-4757, and it should be in uppercase, so we're going to do it in uppercase. TR-4757. Once you hit enter, it's going to automatically say, hey, I don't have that order in the system. Do you want to create a new record for it? You're going to click yes to that, and it's going to automatically create the correct information. The one thing you want to do is put the order number. The date due is 10/12 in this case, so which is today, which is right here.
It's actually out on the floor. That particular order.
Okay, well, we have to still enter it because we have to reduce inventory. We haven't invoiced it out yet or converted it. Okay, so at this point we're going to put in the customer, which is Tiger Rags, which is right
But
here.
if you know the customer number, you can put that in.
Yes, if you know the customer number, you can put that in. That happens to be 13141. Okay, and it's going to say there's already 34 orders in the system for it. So you're going to hit OK because we already know how we're doing this. We don't use a purchase order number, so we're not going to fill that in. But if you were using a purchase order, you would fill it in right here. Okay, and we're ready to put our items in. By hitting the Details tab, we're ready to put items in. This is called a grid area right down in here. So right now you see that it's not highlighted. You click in the grid area and see now how it highlighted itself. And we hit F3 to add a line. You don't need to remember that because right up here at the top icon bar you see add a line, and when I mouse over it, it says F3. And if I wanted to insert a line in between 2 lines, I would hit F4. You can see the little icon. And if I wanted to delete a line, I would hit F5. So I'm going to hit F4, and I'm going to start by putting the item number in. In this case, it's a 2000
F3 or
F3.
okay.
That adds a line. So, and in this case, we don't know who the manufacturer is, so I'm going to hit F2 to look it up. Now again, I don't have to remember that because you see you have a little magnifier here. If I mouse over that, it'll come up and show me that F2 allows me to look up items. So in this case, we know that it's by Gill, so you can see here, and there's three spaces because there's a total of 7 digits for the style number. So we're going to hit 1, 2, 3, G-I-L, and then this is in navy. So we have a cross-reference here for the colors. And if we look over here and look up navy,
309.
It's 309.
From me writing all those down.
So if I do 309, now that one happens to be already set up. Then we want to look for AU 480. So we're going to look for AU, wait, it's not 30, it's not the color first, it's GIL, then AU 390, and you can see that it's not in here. You see? So we have to establish that style number. Do you understand? You see? It's the style.
AU 480.
How come it says 390 here? Oh, because I can't read. 480. Well, that happens to be in there, so we don't have to establish it. So we know that in this case, we want small, and you can see there's small at the end, small, medium, large, extra large in that one, and then at the same time we're also doing a 24 LS. So we can also come back up here and do 2400 LS and just delete these characters here. There it is right there, and that's also 480 in 309. So that's already been established. And again, we're going to do small, medium, large, extra large, double X, you see the 2X, and a 3X. So by choosing all the styles and sizes that we're going to use, then we just hit select. The order is going to automatically populate. Now what this is going to do from here is it's going to create a job order for Charlie to produce the goods. So at this point, once you've done this, you go up here and click save. That saves the order right there for right now. And now we're going to go back to the top and we're going to put our quantities in. Okay? So our first quantity on the small, and you can make this larger so that you can see the whole thing. You see here? So over here we're going to put in quantity ordered field, we're going to put 36 pieces. Okay? Once I hit enter, it's going to automatically say I don't have any produced. Do I want to produce them?
Okay.
So I'm going to say yes to this question, and it's going to automatically create a work order for Charlie. And it's bringing that screen up right now. Now, we're modifying the program right now so that it'll automatically populate everything. Right now it's not populating everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in the customer number, which is 31, what was that? It was Tiger Rags. 13141, which is Tiger Rags. The order number that the system generates, and again, if I move this down here in the corner, I have all the information I need. So it's TR-4757. Then come down here to the build item, because we already know what we're going to have to build. We're going to build this item right here. Now, if you want, this is going to automatically get populated. We have to do this for every line item. So now we're going to type in here 2123123 GIL 480 space 309 SM. I did. AU. And when I hit enter, I'm going to tell it how many pieces I'm going to, I must have typed it wrong because GIL AU 480 B. I left out the B right here because it has to be exact.
Because B is for small.
Well, no, small. What? In order to make it alphabetize on the screen, I put an A in front of extra small, a B in front of small, a C, D, E, etc., so that it will alphabetize correctly in the list because it's a computer. Okay, so there we have it, and the total number that we need to produce on this one is 36 pieces. Okay, and then I'm going to put it into work in process because that's going to now reduce inventory by the number of shirts that I need. Do you understand? So I do a work in process, move it in, and say yes to that question. That's the process for putting in one line item. Okay, record it, save the changes, yes. Come down here, what I'm gonna do is close this, cause we're done with that one. Save it. Come back over here, and our next style that we're going to put in, the next quantity that we're gonna put in is 36 pieces. 36 pieces, and we follow the same process. Create the work order. It's gonna open it up over here because it's gonna remember, well, I guess not, he didn't have that set. We're gonna put it right here, and the sales order number is TR-4757. It automatically is gonna fill in Tiger Rags. We're gonna come down here, put our item number in, 2123123 GIL AU 480 space 309, and we're going to do CMD. It didn't work either because that's not the right one. I left something out. Not enough spaces. Has to be exact. And the way I was doing that is I was just hitting the magnifying glass until I got it right. And again, the number of pieces we're going to create is 36 pieces. Enter, put it in work in process, and move it to the raw materials. Yes to put it in work in process, yes to save our changes, and then close it and confirm we're saving our changes. And we do the next one. Okay? That's how it works. So I'm going to stop the recording right here because I'm going to try to find one that we don't have set up so I can show you how to do one when there's an exception to the rule. Okay?